Hello my legend models and welcome to a painting video of Panzer 3. As you can see, I start spraying, or my girlfriend starts spraying a black primer on our model. It was really fun and I hope she does a good job. And after that I just take my pink gloves and start spraying the first coats of a yellow ochre or just a yellow German on our primer, and spraying it in a few smooth layers to the full opacity. As you can see here, the gun mantle and gun cover, and after that moving to the body of a tank. As you can see here, a lot of spraying, and I didn't quite thin paint down properly, so it was kind of hard for me, but after that I dig it. And of course don't forget spray the wheels and the bottom of the tank. When the basic spraying is done, I just start spraying highlights on the tank, and I just use Tamiya yellow and the white color and just start spraying only raised areas, of course here on the fenders, side fenders, some hatches, and of course here covers for engine. And when we finish the highlighting, I start spraying the camo pattern on the model, and I use airbrush Fengda 130 with 0.3mm nozzle, and I just start spraying the patterns on really close to the model, and it was kind of fun because I didn't use some stencils, I just use my freehand and kinda imagination, and it looks pretty nice, I must say. And just last touches on these covers for the engines, and we can move to the another part of the body, and that is the turret. As you can see, again, airbrush closer to the turret and just random spraying some splatters on the hatches and some areas on the turret as well, and adding more splatters to the main body here around the rotation for the turret, and it looks pretty excellent, and I hope another model will turn out somehow well as this tank. And when it's finished, I just start spraying the gloss varnish on the model in the spray can and a few smooth layers, like always, you know. So the camo is done and the basic shading is done also. Now let's move to the decals. I use just make waters. One is for holding the decals on its place, and the second water is for the decal softener to make decals more soft and more pop to the armored details on the model. As you can see, I used tweezers used for these decals, and here you can see adding the second water to see underneath details, and it looks pretty nice. I love these details so much. Okay, so decals is done, and now let's again paint the whole model in a gloss varnish. When the varnishing is done, I start painting the small details on the tank, like these ropes with a classic metallic color, and of course painting small details with a metallic color and a little bit of black. Here some notches, as you can see on the back section of the tank, and start painting these small blocks where could be some accessories for the tank, and here these cutters. And after that we can move to the exhaust pipes and the exhaust itself. I start painting with a brown color, adding some rusting and black color for heat from the exhaust pipes itself, and adding some more additional weathering to it to look more natural. And after the small painting, here this final look. Yeah, looks pretty nice. And now we can move the scratches on the surface on the tank. And I can easily add scratch on the surface on the tank turret, and after that we can move to the making the tank a little bit more dirtier and start splatting the paint drops on the shelves of the tank and adding something like similar to the wet mat. After drying it will be looking really cool. and here adding some more splatters. After that, let's move to the rear of the back of the tank and adding more splatters here and some thicker mud on the fenders. After that, moving to the front part of the tank, again more splatters to adding more weather looked, and of course side fenders as well. When I was done with the painting, I started adding more weathering effects with washes from MASE. On the engine parts, of course, on some ropes as well, and some other areas on the rear back. Let's move to the turret, some pinholes, and here side fenders and turret. When the wash is a little bit dry out, I start cleaning it with a thinner and of course some more drops of a wash on the front part of the tank, and now I can easily paint the wheels on the tank with a black color and the thin paintbrush. After that we can move to the final coat of a matte varnish, and with this step is almost finished. But before last step we must cover it in a dust and some additional more weather effects. And with this step is model finished.